Hey, it's Michael Saul, but everybody calls me Tiny, so you can too. And this video is be careful calling for the bear, plus some stocks to watch. This is stock market analysis for the week of July 10th, 2017. Hope you had a great Independence Day and a great trading week. Just as a reminder, if you would like intra-week updates from me, go to www.attackthemarkets.com, put in your first name and best email address in the form provided, hit the sign me up button, and then go to the email that you used to sign up. You will get a confirmation link in that email, and you must click it in order to start the communication between us. It's because these nefarious cretins that write all these bots that run around and fill out these opt-in forms. I just don't understand the advantage of that, but whatever it is, so that's why you have to do what's called double opting in order to receive information from my list. No big deal to do. It only takes a couple of seconds, but again, that's the steps you have to go through. All right, let's take a look at the market. Now, as the title of the video said, be careful calling the bear. I've been reading a lot more bearish commentary lately. And look, you know, for months, I have been saying that I am looking for a pullback. I thought it was going to come in May. We didn't really get much of one. I'm not counting this as the pullback. Then I said, all right, maybe it'll happen in June. Still not really counting this as the pullback, although I guess it is pulling back off the high. And I still believe that we could get some softness, if I could say it correctly, over the summer. Why? Again, my beliefs are that the market is ahead of itself and that people will look to book profits if they start getting a little scared. Okay, now how are they getting a little scared? Is it going to be because President Trump is meeting with Vladimir Putin, right? Or is it going to be because North Korea is testing missiles? Probably not. It'll probably be somebody missing something or something coming out, somebody defaulting on something, and everything comes home to roost, right? I believe that's what will lead to more of the pullback than anything, unless something really bad geopolitical, which I don't like, hopefully that doesn't happen. Fortunately, we know that stuff goes on, but, something with somebody defaulting on debt or whatever it is. And again, I'm not making light of what the reason is going to be, but trying to guess what that's going to be has destroyed a lot of bears the whole way up, right? Talking about how housing prices are now better than the 2008 top, and car loans are at the highest level in 10 years, and this is all bad, and debt, and how much the consumers owe. I mean, give me a break. The market climbs a wall of worry. Okay, worrying about, when is all this going to come together and just form the perfect storm and crack us? Okay, fine, but until we get cracked, until it's seen, yeah, that's different, right? That's climbing the wall of worry or reacting to a shock event. So, we usually like to react to the shock event, something coming out that was unexpected. The market hates the unexpected, okay? It's sad to say, but it's true that it is expected that we continue to, the consumers' confidence wanes, and we continue to get into more debt and buy more fancy stuff and all. I mean, that's kind of expected. Okay, it's good. You spend more money, it boosts the economy. That kind of vicious cycle. So again, I'm not trying to dismiss all of it. I'm just not on the economic side of things. All right, I like to look at the charts. Of course, I like to know what's going on in the news, and I like to read the facts. But it is amazing if you read these studies about, this is greater than the 2008, but before the 2008 decline, and this is higher than at the internet bubble. Okay, great, but that's the point, right? These levels are meant to be broken eventually. That's how new records occur. All right. So anyway, again, right now, I've been saying, I've been looking for a pullback, but I have been saying, okay, wait for a signal. So far, we do not have a sell signal here. This looks like, and is actually more than just looks like, this is a bull flag here. Now, doesn't mean we're absolutely positively going higher, but that's what good bull flags usually lead to. Could we fail here and just roll over? Could we start to go and then fail? Of course we can, but that's one step at a time. Right now, this looks like a bull flag. I still believe the SPY is going to get to at least 250 from here. If we look at the Russell, it's okay. If I could change the symbol, it would be great. If we look at the Russell, It is more choppy than anything, but it is hanging out up here at the high end of the channel. Again, held the 50-day moving average. Yeah, definitely still moving higher if you look at the longer chart, but just hasn't been doing anything for the past month or whatever, but going sideways. Mid caps are the same. Dow I don't really care about, but they're a bit stronger than the S&P. And then you got the NASDAQ. Now, the NASDAQ has absolutely been acting weak on a relative basis. Okay, again, sell signal, I don't see it, but it has been acting weaker than the broad market, than the S&P 500, etc. You could see multiple candles underneath the 50-day moving average, but notice how it's forming whatever pattern this is. You could call this a bull flag too because, well, it is. I mean, there's the impulse. It's coming back here. But again, I want to see confirmation. I want to see us pivot and move higher from here. Okay, is it on a buy signal now? I mean, if you're going to play the range, yeah, it's on a buy signal, and then it's on a second buy signal if it breaks out, right? And that's adding to a winner, not a loser. It's different. Oh, don't add to positions. Well, that's ridiculous, right? If people didn't add to positions, the richest people in the world add to their positions. That's how they get to be the richest people in the world, the richest traders in the world, whatever you want to call them, right? Investors, traders, whatever it is. So that's what you could be looking to do. All right, but again, this is a little aggressive for me because I don't like that we haven't pivoted off of this. We just kind of, lobbed up here, kind of drifted up here. So if this fails from here and goes lower, then we have to watch to see if it comes down and wants to test this 133 area, a little bit below 133 down here. Okay, again, I don't see a sell signal here, but I'm not seeing strong participation in the NASDAQ. If we look at the semiconductors, okay, so the semiconductors came out of their coil, and then came up this week into its 50-day moving average. If this holds out here and then we turn back, look for a test down to 1,000, which would be a measured move. Right now, again, it is on the bounce, but there's nothing super strong here. Remember, we had the beginning of the month last week, so there's usually money inflows in there. We had a holiday week. Just something to pay attention to. Again, I don't see a sell signal, but I'm just not super bull here because the NASDAQ is showing relative weakness, and it is a leader. Clad Tanker, yeah, on the bounce. Watch the 20 EMA. NVIDIA, on the bounce at the 20 EMA. Could be a completed ABC down. I would like to see the 50-day touched, but want to watch here to see what happens from here. Intel, still acting crappy. I mean, got a nice pop here. This was, I believe, the Monday half day. Would that be? Let's see, Wednesday. No, it would be Wednesday when we came back. Okay, very good. Then you got Thursday, Friday, but not really doing much. Okay, with Intel. Here's the banks. I'm not going to go through as much as I usually do because I took a while with the introduction here. But anyway, the banks are looking okay. Right, they're coiling up here, right around 98. See if they can bust out and try to test 100. Nice little coil. Here's Bank of America. Right, Bank of New York acting pretty strong. JP Morgan acting pretty strong. Citigroup acting pretty strong. Now, they're a little stretched here, so I wouldn't be surprised if we maybe got a move back to the mean. But, yeah, I mean, these are the leaders up here. Look at this Citigroup. It's nice. Really solid. Going for a double here since 2016. Now, yeah, there are other stocks that have done double in a couple of weeks. All right, great, but this is Citigroup. It's a big bank, right? I mean, it doesn't usually move like that. So, yeah, the banks are acting okay. How about the brokers? Brokers are acting okay, too. Right up at new highs. Look at like a Goldman. And not acted so great here. Goldman is not acting so great. It's kind of just sitting here. All right. Channeled up. Right off of its 200-day moving average. See what happens there. Here's Morgan. Morgan looks like it wants to head to the highs. Here's Legg Mason. Trying to get a bounce here. What about the biotechs? Right, we've been talking about the biotechs. I have a couple of stocks to watch in that group I've already mentioned. But like here's the biotechs. What is it doing? It is coiling up. Let me get hold on, where are my tools? Where are my drawing tools? Okay, one second, here we go. All right, like to do it fast so I don't have to pause the video, but I probably should have on that one. All right, so it's coiled up. Again, beautiful artwork. Let it break out. Let it break and let it start moving higher. See if it can get through 4,000 with a bullet. Okay, a couple of stocks that I have mentioned already in past videos. You got this Sangamo, which is a nice move. It's in another coil right here. You got Labu, also in a nice coil. See if this could break. Head for 75. You got the XBI if you're looking for an index. I mean, we already looked at BTK, but look at this XBI, which is the S&P Biotech. Beautiful, nice coil here. All right, Caterpillar. Yeah, I mean, acting well up in the upper part of the range. John Deere looks like it wants to go back to the highs. Amazon, yeah, look at this zigzagging back and forth, trying to get above 1,000 and stay there, but so far, yeah, no dice just yet. Here's Alphabet, aka Google, a little bit relative weakness. You do have an ABC down though, and if we get out the trend line, we got A down, B up, and then you got, yeah, I mean, you got a little bit more than your measured move to the downside, so it's starting to bounce. Now let's see where Google goes here. Here's Appalicious. Yeah, just sideways. So Apple has been underperforming the market here. Again, is it time to sell it? Is there a sell signal? No, I'm not seeing any of that, but I'm seeing a little sideways action, so it's definitely underperforming. Here's Netflix. Here's a Tesla. Yeah, Tesla got cracked here. And Tesla looks like it may want to coil up and actually go lower here. We'll see. Maybe it gets a rubber band from here, but this looks impulsive to me. Looks like it could be the start of something. Maybe even heading down to the 200-day moving average. How about the Facebook? Sloppy more than anything, but no sell signal here. Still actually making higher highs and higher lows for now. Facebook is doing okay. How about bonds? Yeah, bonds back below that 200 and the 50. So got the nice bounce, but now it's coming back. So a lot of people calling for the big rally in bonds. No, not happening yet. Gold, same deal. A lot of people calling for the rally in gold. But look at this, coming back to the home base around 114 on the GLD. Here are the miners. Remember what I told you last week? Mike Swanson says people really don't get interested in the miners on the long side till it's over 24. Looks like it's trying to hold 21 here. See if that's going to go any lower. And then you got oil. July 4th has the seasonal, right? That time zone is a seasonal high. I've been talking about it. And since then, we've had a little bit of a pullback. Don't know if we're going to go to new lows right from here. We may want to A, B, C it higher. But I do think the 2016 lows will eventually get taken out. So what is the plan for this week? And then I'm going to talk about a couple of stocks. So it does look like we are set to move higher as of right now. However, buying inside a flag pattern or a triangle or however you want to call it, right? Whatever type of consolidation / continuation pattern is fine as long as you know where your risks are. For example, if I were going to buy the SPY here, I would have my stops just below 240. However, I would like to wait for the breakout. I would still have my stops probably below 240 in case we come back and then get a leakage back into the pattern before it turns again and goes. So I'm looking for a close. I would probably use this low. So it's 239.96. I would probably use that low as a stop if I was buying in here. I'm not going to be buying in it. I'm more of a confirmation type of guy, so I want to see if the flag breaks. All right, and the Qs, we really want to watch the NASDAQ because it is showing relative weakness. Again, I don't have a sell signal here. I just, there's nothing like, oh, wow, look at all the buyers coming in. Yeah, not really impressive here. So I want to see, can we get the bounce? Can we get going? Or is this going to flop out and then take out 135 on its way down to the 133 area, a little bit shy of the 133 area. So that's my plan. Now, that's what I'm looking for. Now, a couple of stocks to watch. I talked about There's so many of them here. I have so many watch lists here. Okay, no, still no there. No there. Still not there. Hold on one second. All right, so here we go. So first is Baxter. Baxter International, they're in the medical instruments and supplies. And this is a nice consolidation here. Again, I didn't check earnings, so do your own due diligence and check earnings here. But Baxter with a nice consolidation here. If this breaks, this could be heading to the 65 area at a minimum. Already went over Labu and XBI and Sigmo. They're all consolidating. And then I have Acme Technologies, or Akami Technologies, however you want to say it. Probably Akami is the better way to say it. That's why I said it wrong the first time, right? All right, this looks like a short side trade. Nice bear flag, came back to the 50-day moving average, broke 1 day above it, got everybody excited, and then came right back down. Watch for a break, see if this can head down. I mean, if you're looking measured moves, this could go down to the mid-30s, okay, 34 area, something like that, maybe 35, whatever it is, but that's a nice move for this type of stock. All right, so those are the two stocks, Baxter and Akami Technologies. Any questions, as always, tiny@attackthemarkets.com. Sign up for intra-week updates. I will talk to you soon, or if you're not going to sign up, I'll talk to you in next week's video. But come on, sign up, it's free. All right, have a great trading week.